We're back in session. We're down to accept and place on file the recorder's quarterly report ending December 31st.
There's actually two pieces to that for you, so. I had some for the press, but they're all gone, so.
They're not interested, I guess they're not interested in this.
We got boredom in the...
Got boredom with drainage.
Yep, that did hit them
Drainage
in.
will do that to you sometimes.
Well, put drainage on first.
So we have two separate deals, you said, Peggy?
Yeah, they're all one report, but they're,
Just
Two
total
pieces of it.
received and total received.
And I'm assuming being no one's here, that
Everything's fine.
just everything's looking...
Think you've got it stamped?
and if you have questions, you can have Diane come in, but.
It's got our, this gives you the total up there and what percentage goes to the state, what goes to the county. I'll make a motion to accept the quarterly report for the quarter ending December 31st, 2018.
Second on it, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Perfect.
Okay. Discussion and action on disposal of the old generator. That's the one that's sitting in the Rutland shed. We could use the trailer and, doing other things and holding that generator. How do we dispose of that old World War II generator we have sitting over there?
Should we, just put one on Hunter Mark's auctions? Does it have much value, do you think?
Probably not that much.
Scrappers.
Pretty heavy, so it's scrappers would be one for rescue.
Does it run?
No.
You can't get it to run. If you get it to run, it may, you can't rely on it.
Yeah, put
You
it
get it
Well, I
one
know
today and
someone who might be
you got it
interested
tomorrow.
in it.
It's an old diesel World War II, it's
Good enough.
surplus.
Thank you.
We've had it around for years.
Do you have to put it out for bids, or?
You know what? I don't think it's worth anything. That's the reason they went to the, direct.
I understand.
I mean, a lot of times, we throw stuff on Hunter Mark's auction.
That'd be fine with me.
Or is
let's
there a
just-
county auction coming up?
Let's just, because, who was really in charge of it? It's conservation?
Conservation.
Why don't we just instruct them to put it on an auction or
Dean
something?
usually will have some stuff.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say Dean will usually either
If
sell
you
a
put stuff
vehicle
on
or...
there, yeah, I think that's a good idea. If it brings scrap, it brings scrap.
Yeah, and then you have a fair competitive bid rather than just, we just sold it to so-and-so for so much, you know?
Dave, did you say, is it sitting on a decent trailer?
It's on a decent trailer, we wanna keep the trailer.
Yep.
So let's just advise the conservation to put it on the next consignment auction that somebody has to get rid of it.
Okay?
Yep, get it out of there.
But Todd was in Wednesday after the meeting, and we talked about it, so what we needed to do with it, and he says, well, let's bring it in front of the board.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, that-
Like I say, if somebody sees it and just can't live without one, maybe you get more than you think.
Stupid stuff out there brings so much money.
Some of the stuff that, it's like antique people
We
say.
have acreage ourselves from our acres, I couldn't believe the stuff that people bought.
They say the stuff you think is good doesn't bring anything, and the stuff you think is junk, is what they pay a lot for. At least antique people, I'm not an antique person, I don't know about you.
It all went.
No.
Generator's
No.
in good shape, it's a
Some
motor
things,
that's
but not,
I'm not
no,
thinking-
Yeah.
World War II.
Yeah, they could, like you say, put a different motor on it or
Well,
whatever,
that's
who
why
knows?
I think the person may be interested in it, so...
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we can get it that way, you can't say, oh, why'd you sell it to him for that? Well, that's...
Yeah, that'd be this much for it.
Yeah.
That's
That
perfect.
settles all that argument.
Yep, they can go knock themselves out if they want it.
Yep.
Okay, next would be the committee reports. You're up.
This past week, being a short week, I'm gonna double check, but I don't think had anything extracurricular. No, I did not have any official extra meetings last week.
You were at compensation.
Oh, shoot, what, no, I got that, that was in last year's book.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was on
That was on Friday at 1 o'clock.
Friday, yes, thank you, Rick, I was in my book, I'm looking at the wrong book. Yes, last Friday I attended the compensation board meeting here at 1 o'clock, Friday afternoon. Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome. I'd like to catch you every now and then, 'cause you catch me all the
I
time.
know. I wrote down our law enforcement, though, I usually miss that one too.
Okay, I had, just those couple of drainage things I went out to on Wednesday afternoon, and then, the compensation on Friday at 1.
All right, I missed the compensation meeting, but I did drive up Saturday up around King's and Gerke's projects up north of town, that's all I had. I would remind everybody, sorry Sandy,
Oh, I thought you were done.
Wednesday is the mobile food pantry down at the fairgrounds. Of course, the radio, and I'll send them a message to remind them, but that is at, 4 till 6:30, I think it is. 4:30 till 6:30, they usually start lining up shortly after lunch, so.
It starts at 4?
4:30, I think, they,
But you can get down there about, 2 o'clock, start unloading truck.
That's Wednesday?
the ninth.
The
Is
ninth?
that the ninth?
That's what I was thinking, Dave, you could go early.
So
I
the
got it down tonight.
first Wednesday, or second Wednesday of the month, every other month.
Okay. You can call me, I might be in town.
Well, there's usually more help there.
If you need
It's kinda
extra
nice
hands.
to watch. If you haven't ever been to one, it's kinda nice to just see how many people come through the door, and you can tell by what the pulse of the county is by how many people are in there, so.
So you start on moving things at 2 o'clock?
Well, the truck comes around 2:30, and then they usually set, Diane Connors is kinda spearheading the, she'll be there when the truck, and they'll put the tables up, and then they kinda set stuff out. The cold stuff they keep under the cooler, so they can't set that out until it's time to go. Yep, just come on down if you're interested. Now I'm done.
No, okay. I had the compensation on Friday, the 4th also one, that was it.
Okay, I didn't make it to the compensation. Thursday, I had, the 3rd, I had a Region 5 hazmat down at the HP office in Fort Dodge. And that's the only thing I had. I went out and looked at that ditch out there, but couldn't tell too much from it. Anything else? Any other
Let's
thing to
see.
discuss?
She's digging.
I do, I have stuff here. Those of you that are going to the new county officers school, if you need it, you'll probably get an agenda when you go in the door, but there's some agendas here if you want to take one.
These all the same?
Yep, all the same.
Okay.
Wednesday at what time?
And this is Sandy's updated reservations for your,
Okay.
Really get up
for
early
your
that day.
agenda.
Oops, sorry.
Sandy?
It's Thursday,
Sit down at the Marriott.
This one is,
Sheraton.
Sheraton.
this is Dave's updated
Where's
one.
that located? I'm trying to remember.
Dave, where's the Sheraton Hotel?
It's right off of University, and you know where Lowell's is out there on the
Yeah.
west end?
Oh, it sits there right on the corner, kinda?
Yeah, you just turn there on
Got it.
University and right
On
around the
50th.
corner of the first light, and the Sheraton sits right
Yeah.
there.
What'd you come up with?
Okay, this is
Yes,
your
I plan on
registration fee
attending.
I'm
for the
going.
I'm
ISAC.
riding down that morning, 'cause my
Are
wife is
you okay
gone,
on
I
that
gotta do
one?
chores in the morning.
This is for Bruce and
She's
Sandy, this
babysitting.
one's Sandy's, this one's Bruce's. This is the registration fee for the ISAC spring meeting, so I need you guys to okay those for me, so I can get those paid.
Did I sign this one? Yeah, for you?
No, you were waiting, you wanted
Yes, I
to check
checked my
in.
schedule and I will be going.
Okay, so I will give that back to you so you can sign it.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I will be signing you up for rooms for ISAC, and it's kind of a rush thing. You can sign on at 8:30. It's first come, first served, whoever gets the room reserved, and then they're gone. So I will try to get you in as quickly. Usually I'm very fortunate, I can get everybody in. This is Rick's copy for him.
Are they Oh, they moving to the new hotel this?
They're moving to the Hilton, so we'll try to get you all in the Hilton. It's connected right with the skywalk over to the convention center, so it's real easy to head on over from your room.
Yeah.
And that is the base hotel for the meetings, so.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
We're gonna
I'll
get a
try to
lot
get
less
you all in there.
exercise, though.
So, I know.
Man,
That's
we
what
said
we'll
miss
come
going
around.
from the Marriott.
You had that half-mile walk
That was a
uphill.
little bit of a walk.
I have to go down there for my cheeseburger though.
You get your favorites in, and I think that's all I have.
Okay.
Okay, you didn't have my reservation for the Hilton?
That was what you just signed.
Okay.
You signed it. Well, I don't have the room reservation, no, I've just got your
Okay.
meeting reservation.
The
rooms will come tomorrow.
On that one yet, right?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, this is, we can discuss this at some point, you know, we live in a, really nice, clean county, all things considered, except
I
for
knew that except was coming.
the garbage that people throw in the ditch. And, I mean, I could send you this picture, but just give you an idea, everyone probably knows where I live, and you know that the road was closed for the amount of time it took them to replace the bridge. And so I had everything, you know, from my work, basically I live real close to the bridge, so it's less than a half mile from my house to 169. So this is less than a half a mile of less than a month of garbage on either side of that ditch.
It just got through out. Mm-hmm.
Because I had that meticulously cleaned up when there was very little traffic, and this is like one of my hobbies, I guess, because I despise people throwing garbage in the ditch.
Wouldn't you like to take it back to the house and throw it on there?
I'd love to.
I've done that.
I mentioned something to the deputy sheriffs, I said, I found stuff with people's name on it, receipts. They said, long story short, unless you physically see them and throw it out, there's not much you can do. On the bright note, I did make $1.50 in refundable. But this is, you know, and it's, obviously that's a little bit because there's a convenience store in Bo, there's a convenience store in Livermore, there's a very heavily traveled road. But it's just awful. I don't see, if you see there was a bottle of, some kind of heavy-duty schnapps stuff, hot damn or cinnamon schnapps or something. I think that guy's got a drinking problem, because I find that bottle from time to time.
Well, I think it's the same culprit, huh?
Oh, I'm sure. You know that these people are habitual. I think I put the fear of God into one person, and I don't know who it was, but I mentioned something at the convenience store in Livermore. They were throwing out these little plastic bottles of chocolate milk religiously, and they actually kind of happened to know who that was. And I said, you better not ever tell me, or I find them. I don't find those bottles too much anymore. But, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's patently ridiculous.
I know exactly how long it takes to eat a cheeseburger and fries from Dairy Queen in Hardee's, 'cause it all gets dumped out at the corner at the top of Bulverdine Hill.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Always.
That's
That's how long it takes them to eat their cheeseburgers and fries and drink their pop, 'cause that's where their garbage lays.
Or Subway.
Oh, my
Yep.
God.
And I find that, and I'm a long ways away from McDonald's and Subway and all the rest of those places. But, you know, it's egregious. People need to take some pride in where they live.
There's trash cans at all these convenient
Yes.
stores, gas stations.
Every-
Just clean your car out there.
Your
put it in
house,
there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I happen to have a dumpster, and it gets, a lot of this stuff gets thrown in it. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, and on a note, I mean, at some point in time, we're gonna probably have to address our friend Randy Bundy's,
That's getting worked.
That is worked on, as we
Malfunction.
were told.
He's hauling more in,
Well, John has,
working on
the
it.
paperwork is in process, and all he said was, the papers have been mailed, and we have to give it the time frame.
Yeah.
We also got the same thing, but we can't do nothing in Pioneer, because until that is unincorporated, then we are just up against the fence.
Yeah, we have no
And I think
authority.
there's one out on the west, or east of Laverne, over there on that thing.
Mhm.
Some days you see
Mhm.
new pieces of water, heater or, stove or something that looks like has just been pitched in there, that farmstead is
Yeah, it turns
a
into a junk
collection
hole.
I know.
site,
Yeah.
so there are numerous around, and I wouldn't wanna live next to it, so.
I mean, it's just not what,
We need a calendar.
Yeah.
it's just something, you know, it all kind of goes hand in hand. It's just to keep the county clean, tidy. I mean, most people are, but it doesn't take very many that aren't to really louse it up. And people
There it
just,
is. There's our new calendar.
people just need to,
Over.
I don't know, I think at some point in time we need
You can reach
to,
it.
I don't know what we can do, but
I need to step left.
it's a real concern.
I agree.
I don't know, when you look in the drainage ditches and stuff, somebody say, hey, we were looking at something here a year ago, there was a range, you know,
Electric rain?
well, well, probably, or gas.
Okay.
The, you know, stove, oven, complete unit in the dredge ditch.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just egregious.
Couches or love seat or TV, you just drive up by secondary roads and see how big their pile is.
Yeah.
The-
Yeah,
you know,
the
against
boys,
the
they pick
dumping
that
zone.
stuff up all the time.
Yeah. And so,
Tires,
it's just, you know, really, people don't wanna live anywhere, especially in our county, in a, it's not a landfill.
right.
There's places to dispose of this. Like Rick said, there's a garbage can at every convenience store.
Mhm.
Anything else come before the board? If not,
So moved.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
I need a second.
Oh, a second. Oh, you moved it?
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give it a
I'll
second.
move it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. We are adjourned.